Hello, welcome to this tutorial by Game Servers. Today we're going to be showing you how to edit the server.cfg and get your server up and running with it. So the first thing you're going to do, as default, is change your name. It will automatically start in iGame servers, and you can change it to whatever you want. So basically we're going to set up a thing called Dan's RP server. Now, then the second thing you want to do is your recon password. It will automatically start in 1, 2, 3, 4, and now before you start getting into your server, you're going to do this because if you leave this how it is, people can start messing around with your server and they could really mess it up. They could, for an instance, they could change the game mode, they could change the map, and they could screw with convoys and stuff. So the first thing you want to set that is to a new password that no one's going to guess that you know. And the next thing is an option. Now you can set this so your game server has a password, so it's private. If you leave it blank, the game server will say public. But if you just enter one letter, now your game server is private and it will show up as private on the server list. When you enter, you're going to be asked the password. You can enter S. So the purpose of this, we're going to enter the thing and we're going to make the password UPYF. Now, as the default game mode, basically the command line changer overrides this, but if you want to, you can get rid of this and take it out in the command line. And now you can enter it right here. So we're going to set it to dark RP. And now it's set to dark RP. So the second thing is svlan 0, you're going to see that. You're going to leave that the same. And you might want to let people use 10 NPCs as the limit, or you might want to set people so they can only use 0. It's different for admins all the same though. If you install ASS mod, you can now add more. You can add 0, but admins can still spawn more if you give them the option to in the admin menu. Max props is actually 100 that you put that as. Is max ragdolls, and you know where this is going. You just add the ones you want. Now another one is people damage. You want that, or sorry, player. It's kind of like player versus player damage. You're going to want that 1 so people don't actually hurt themselves. You don't want god mode on, otherwise people can't hurt each other, and another player god is the same. Now no clip is whether or not they can press V and just start flying around the map. For an RP server, we're going to want to turn it off. Max hoverballs, these are actually extremely laggy. We're going to want to set these as 10. Max vehicles, because we're using serious RP and we're in a small map, we're going to use 0. Now for the sandbox max buttons, we're going to set this as 20 because people like making doors and stuff, and people aren't allowed to make doors in our server because it's serious, so you're not allowed to prop lock. So if you give them the choice to put buttons, then they won't be prop locking, they could put buttons on the doors. Maximum emitters, we're going to leave them at 10, and max spawners 0. Max turrets, we definitely don't want them on a serious RP server. If they want them, they can buy them. And I'm going to put this up. Now, all you have to do, it doesn't matter if you have that back there, it's just tidier. Now, if you want to know how to add a line without it affecting anything, you put 2 of these. And you can say whatever you want. So if you want to say to the next person that goes on, you could say don't, I don't know, change these. Now the next person that goes on won't change them. Well, unless they're not your friend. But they can actually see that, and it won't show up when you start your server. Okay, so basically, so what we've done here is their hostname, Dan's RP. We've set the server to private and set the password as YGSD J37. We've set the recon password to YJSD J37. We've set the actual game server password to UGYEF, and the game mode to dark RP. I hope this has helped. Thank you and goodbye.